Victory at sea, the untold power behind World of Warships. The ocean has always been more than water. It is a battlefield where nations have fought for survival, where steel giants have clashed beneath storm-filled skies, and where victory has often belonged not to the strongest fleet, but to the commander who made the right decision at the perfect moment. The cinematic victory captures this spirit with breathtaking visuals, but behind every dramatic explosion and every charging battleship lies a truth rooted in naval history. While the cinematic is a work of fiction inspired by the game, the ships, weapons, and tactics reflect real naval warfare that shaped the 20th century. A warship is far more than floating steel. Every vessel is a carefully engineered weapons system designed for a specific mission. Massive battleships carried guns capable of firing shells weighing over a ton across distances greater than 20 kilometers. Cruisers balanced speed with firepower, protecting fleets and hunting enemy ships. Destroyers, though much smaller, became some of the most dangerous vessels on the sea, using speed and torpedoes to threaten even the largest battleships. Hidden beneath the waves, submarines silently stalked their targets, proving that an unseen enemy could be more terrifying than one visible on the horizon. Victory at sea has never depended solely on firepower. Intelligence, communication, teamwork, and timing have always determined the outcome of great naval battles. During the Second World War, fleets relied on reconnaissance aircraft, radar, signal intelligence, and experienced commanders who could read the battlefield long before the first shot was fired. A fleet that understood its enemy's position held an enormous advantage before combat even began. The thunder of naval artillery remains one of the most powerful sounds ever created by mankind. When main batteries of a battleship fired, the blast could shake the entire vessel. Massive shells soared high into the sky before crashing onto enemy ships with devastating force. Accuracy required mathematics, observation, and constant adjustment. Wind speed, target movement, distance, and even the Earth's curvature affected every shot. Long before digital computers became common, mechanical fire control systems calculated these complex variables with remarkable precision. Aircraft forever changed naval warfare. Before the Second World War, battleships were considered the kings of the sea. That belief changed as aircraft carriers demonstrated their ability to strike enemies hundreds of kilometers away. Instead of relying on giant guns, carriers projected power through squadrons of fighters, dive bombers, and torpedo bombers. Entire battles could be decided without opposing fleets ever seeing one another directly. Yet battleships did not disappear overnight. Their heavy armor and overwhelming gunpower continued to support amphibious landings, bombard coastal defenses, and intimidate enemy fleets. Many remained symbols of national strength, representing industrial power and technological achievement. Destroyers became the guardians of every fleet. Fast, agile, and heavily armed for their size, they screened larger ships from submarines and aircraft while launching daring torpedo attacks against enemy formations. Their crews often faced impossible odds, charging directly toward far larger opponents in order to protect their fleet. Courage aboard these vessels was measured not by size, but by determination. Submarines fought a completely different war beneath the waves. Remaining hidden for days, sometimes weeks, submarine crews depended on patience, discipline, and stealth. Their greatest weapon was surprise. A single well-placed torpedo could sink a ship many times larger than the submarine itself. At the same time, submarines constantly risked detection from sonar, depth charges, and relentless anti-submarine patrols. Technology continuously reshaped naval combat. Radar allowed fleets to detect enemies through darkness and storms. Sonar revealed hidden submarines beneath the surface. Improved communications enabled entire task forces to coordinate attacks over enormous distances. Engineering innovations increased speed, armor protection, and weapon effectiveness, ensuring that no advantage lasted forever. Behind every machine stood ordinary sailors. They endured freezing temperatures, violent storms, exhausting shifts, and constant danger. A warship never slept. Engines required maintenance, weapons needed preparation, Radar stations remained active, and lookouts scanned the horizon every hour of every day. Victory depended on every crew member performing a single task flawlessly under unimaginable pressure. The sea itself often proved as dangerous as the enemy. Towering waves could damage ships before battle even began. Thick fog concealed both threats and opportunities. Hurricanes scattered fleets across hundreds of kilometers. Mechanical failures became life-threatening, far from friendly ports. Nature constantly reminded sailors that no commander truly controlled the ocean. The cinematic celebrates heroic moments where fleets advance fearlessly into combat. In reality, successful naval commanders balance courage with caution. Reckless attacks could destroy an entire fleet within hours. Careful planning, disciplined formations, and coordinated operations, usually achieved greater success than dramatic charges alone. History offers countless examples of this lesson. Some of the greatest naval victories resulted from deception, superior reconnaissance, and precise timing rather than overwhelming firepower. Commanders who adapted to changing technology survived. Those who relied solely on tradition often paid a terrible price. Modern naval forces continue to build upon these lessons. Today's warships feature guided missiles, advanced radar, electronic warfare systems, helicopters, and sophisticated command networks. Although technology has changed dramatically, the core principles remain the same. Situational awareness, teamwork, disciplined training, and decisive leadership continue to determine success at sea. The cinematic victory captures the emotion of naval warfare, rather than recreating a specific historical battle. Its dramatic visuals remind viewers why naval history continues to inspire generations. Towering battleships, determined destroyers, stealthy submarines, and powerful aircraft represent different chapters in humanity's ongoing struggle to master the oceans. True victory has never belonged simply to the ship with the largest guns or the thickest armor. It belongs to the crew that remains united under pressure, the commander who makes the correct decision when seconds matter, and the nation capable of combining technology, preparation, and courage into a single, unstoppable force. When the smoke clears, the waves settle, and the echoes of battle fade into silence. One truth remains unchanged. Steel may build a fleet, technology may strengthen it, but discipline, sacrifice, and teamwork are what ultimately lead to victory.